So you know that feeling you have when you've gone without something for a long time and waited to buy it, and you finally think you found the perfect thing, and you spend your money and buy the brand new thing that you've wanted for a long time, and then you get it home and you realize that it's a total piece of junk. It's not even going to work for what you want to use it for, and you're going to send it back. That's what I just did. Now this is the standard bucket that came with that Case skid loader, and it's a perfectly good bucket for moving dirt, moving snow, moving rock, doing various things like that, but it just doesn't work worth a hoot for moving bed pack manure that's got a bunch of corn stalks and hay and other various organic matter in it. When you start to try to scoop that stuff up in a regular skid loader bucket, all it does is roll, and you start to make a big round bale of manure on the ground until you roll it up against a building or a fence or a gate or something, and you can start to try to get underneath it and get some of it to tip back into the bucket. You really can't get a very good load of manure on the bucket. You end up with about half a bucket every time, and it's very frustrating. That's where this unit comes in. So this right here is a brand new manure fork bucket. Some people just call it a tine bucket. Universal mounting plate on the back, just like the Case 1838 skid loader uses. Now, let's get the hay forks off the skid loader and show you why this thing isn't going to work. Now, it looks okay on there, but that would only be if you didn't realize that I have the skid loader bucket tilted all the way back. The skid loader is actually sitting on a slight uphill incline here, which makes it look like the forks are actually headed uphill just a little bit. But when it's parked in the garage on concrete, the forks are perfectly level to the ground. Now that's not really going to work very good at all. You need to be able to tilt those forks up just a little bit. Now, that is a problem caused by lazy construction here. The back plate is perfectly vertical, 90 degrees from the tines. Now every other attachment I have, the back plate leans forward slightly, as you can see with our hay forks. Now that is an irritating problem, but it's not even the most serious problem with this attachment. Let me show you the next thing. Look at this. This latch pin is not hitting the hole, so maybe I should slide the bucket that way a little bit, right? Uh-oh. This latch pin is already too far this way on this hole, so I guess I should slide the bucket that way a little bit. But then this latch pin will be even further away from the hole. Now let's get out the old trusty Walmart tape measure and see if we can figure out what's going on here. So these center holes, the middle holes are the ones our skid loader uses. The bigger, wider outer holes, some newer, larger skid loaders use those holes, but we're gonna focus on the smaller middle holes. Now they're usually about 2 inches wide, and I'm just going to measure the distance from the inside of this hole to the inside of that hole, because that's kind of what matters to us right now, why the pins won't drop in. So try to line it up there. We got about 19 and a quarter inches. Let's go check out this rock bucket. It's going to be a little easier to measure. So we'll just hook right onto that hole. Look at there, 19 inches. The hay fork attachment, hook it on there, 19 and a half inches. Now, the brand new manure fork bucket, hook it on there, almost 21 inches, 20 and 3/4, a little bit more than 3/4. Now you might say to yourself, I thought this was a universal attachment. Shouldn't it be universal? That's exactly what I said to myself and what I said to the guy from the company when I got a hold of him and told him that it wasn't going to work for me. I didn't really get any answers as to if this is the normal setup that they have on their buckets, or if somebody welded these universal plates on this bucket too far apart. But they are going to take it back. That's all I care about. I'm actually feeling kind of lucky that I didn't horse these nuts down with a wrench once I put these spears on. I only hand tightened them. From what I understand, these cone-shaped spears get pretty tight in these sleeves once you horse those nuts down, and it might not have been super easy to get them to pop back out. This is how it was arranged on the pallet when it came, so I just decided to put it back on there the same way. I really appreciate Lucky's help. She was a big part of this project. Gonna have to find some sort of shrink wrap or strapping of some kind to hold it on there. I finally did what I should have done in the first place and just drove to an actual reputable dealer of skid loader attachments instead of buying one at a fly-by-night online store. So I've got a really good tooth bucket in the back of this truck right now. It's kind of cold and windy outside, so I'm not gonna get out and show it to you right now, but when we get home, maybe it'll be warmer tomorrow. We'll look it over. There she is through the back window. You get the idea. It's a really good thing I didn't show up here with a trailer, because I might have went home with more than one attachment. Who knows? Wow, would you look at that new rig? What do you think of that bucket, Andrew?
Good.
Pretty sweet? See how it tips up? That's important. See how it's got nice, big, heavy-duty tines? Really big, solid steel tines. That's important. They're also easily replaceable. Bolt in. Got a nice, tough cutting edge down there on the bottom to support everything, and you can use it for scraping. I'm pretty excited about this outfit. Tines are a little bit longer than they were on that red one too. And you notice that the back plate tips forward quite a bit so that you can get your tines tipped up. So I wasn't filming just then, but I did actually try digging into the road here in our yard. And now I have no trouble getting right down into the driveway with it. And I can see the tines really well from the seat. That's something I forgot to mention about the other one. I could just barely see the tips of the tines on that other one when I had it curled all the way up. Now I got to fix the driveway, Andrew.
That's what I'm doing.
That's what you're doing? All right, I appreciate the help. Do you hear that beautiful sound? You actually strong enough to open that gate?
Yeah.
So that cow right over there is currently raising 2 calves. She didn't give birth to these 2 calves. She just gave birth to the one that's standing off to her side. But the one that's sneaking up and eating from the back, that calf is an orphan. So I couldn't be more proud of this small frame cow raising these 2 big calves. She's doing a good job.
Some lady just came to tell me we have a steer out.
She stopped at the house?
Yeah.
Where is it?
I can see it from the house. That's a calf. He's out. And Dad has to go and stop him. Didn't I have to scare him?
Yeah! Good job, you guys!
I said and it scared him into the hole!
All right, I made it. Here we are. Let's head inside and see what kind of mischief we can create. Good morning. All right, the first thing I heard was coffee and donuts when I walked through the door, so let's take care of business. There you are. Wow. So I've just been to this breakout session on soil testing and fertility, and I didn't even realize it, but this automated soil lab has been running the whole time in the same room that we were watching the presentation. This thing is so cool. It basically takes all of the potential human error out of the soil testing lab process. The soil comes in this little tube, and this machine takes it from the tube and runs it through all the tests and then rinses the tube out so it's ready to go back to the field. And the tube is actually filled by this GeoPress machine that does all of the work for you. You dump the soil cores in, and then it actually mixes up the soil, fills the tube, and labels them with the precise GPS location. Pretty sweet.
All right, I'm on the yellow team, so we got all these people kind of acting like cattle dogs, making sure we end up in the right spot. This is where the yellows go? All right, thanks.
I know you're gonna.
Man, what a day it's been. Most of the people have gone home. I hung out here for a little bit longer because I wanted to show you something that blew my mind today. I feel like this is one of the biggest things that's come out of Winter Conference in a long time. It's called
Cornerstone. So now you can still retrofit your old planter with individual parts, or you can strip the whole thing down to the bar and you can put the Cornerstone planting system on your bar, and everything behind the bar is precision planting. Look at this. Look at how wide this shank is. And if you remember, one of the things we do every year is we set the depth of our gauge wheels so that we know where 2 inches is, and we're normally putting blocks of wood under it, moving things around until we've got 2 inches, and then making a mark with the marker. Look at what they thought of here. They've got a cam adjuster built in, so you set this baby to the home position, and then you put your blocks of wood under, and then you just move this cam adjuster until everything is perfect again. Look at how heavy duty all this stuff is. These parallel arms are super heavy duty. The harness is built in. Everything is designed to accommodate all these pieces of technology, plug and play, ready to go. I mean, if you think about the things that wear out on a planter, this doesn't wear out. This beam doesn't wear out. Most of the iron doesn't wear out. You can replace your pins, you can replace your bushings, put new tires on it, put Cornerstone on it, and you've got a brand new planter that's way better and more cost effective than any brand new planter that you're gonna buy. Where'd everybody go? I guess it's over for today, sadly. Okay, I gotta find somebody. I think she's out here somewhere. There she is. It's Kate.
Hi.
Kate, I have a confession to make.
What?
I stole your Instagram today. I've been posting as Precision Planting all day. Did you know that?
I did.
I apologize.
Over and out.
Yeah.